Hey everyone, and welcome to the Hype Check Pod. This week we are looking at our honest review of the movie Sinners. Yes, the Academy Award winning movie Sinners with Michael B. Jordan, done by Ryan Coogler, obviously, and we're super excited. Couple of things, a little bit of housekeeping before we get into it. We're a brand new podcast. You might already know this because you've seen the other episodes. We are new to this, so we're enjoying talking about movies, TV shows, and video games, which we still haven't done, but we'll get there eventually. And again, these are just our honest reviews of how we feel about movies that we've seen recently. We have our buy us a coffee link down the bottom if you're enjoying the content. But if not, the easiest thing to get us out to the public is to like, comment, and subscribe. Excellent. All right, housekeeping done. We're done. Let's get into this because we haven't really talked about this movie as a group. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of our feelings around the movie, a little bit of a spoiler-free little discussion to start, and then this will get spoiler-heavy, obviously, because this is the first time I finally watched the movie, and the boys are massive fans. So again, they have it on their Blu-ray collections, both of them, and I considered it last week. I was like, yeah. So I'm going to go first because obviously it's probably really fresh in my mind, but also you guys don't know how I feel about it. This movie was fucking awesome. I can't believe how much I enjoyed this movie. Okay. It was awesome, so much that I watched the beginning about 10 times. Not for any other reason, but my wife kept calling and I didn't want to miss anything. And I just saw the cotton field. Saw him wash himself in the beginning. And then I just went, okay, I can't answer the phone. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was so well done. And for me, I love how it did the change. The twist was good. Even though by now, obviously, I know the premise of the movie. But yeah, man, I enjoyed this movie thoroughly. It's one of the best movies I've seen in ages. It was just so well done, well written. It looked beautiful. It was such a good story. And then the other half of the movie was also awesome. And it was just such a well done movie. And again, looking at what these two director, writer, actor have done together, man, they've made some classic movies. And again, for me, I like how it tackled the time period, Deep South, where they were, how they were living, and it was really honest. So, you know, not sugar-coated in any way. And as the story progressed, the story kept going where you're just like, okay. And even until the end, where the end was amazing. And it was just like, wow, like what a story. So yeah, I am so glad that we decided to do this one because A, it made me watch the movie, and B, I just loved it. It was so good. Yeah, I thought it was amazing. Andy, let's start with you, man. What is your overall view of the movie Sinners?
So I loved it as well. I don't know, there was a lot of hype when it came out, it seemed, and I kind of waited to die down a bit. So I didn't see it in the movies. I waited to see it when it came on to Apple. And I thought, it was freaking amazing. I love the intro. I love the intro about the legend of the whole thing, about music. That whole thing. I thought the acting with Michael G. He deserved the Oscar. I reckon he was really good. It's because I wouldn't have thought of him as like a serious Oscar contender previously. I don't know why. It didn't come across that way. But I just thought he was awesome. The supporting cast was awesome. Can't say his name. Delroy Lindo. Yeah. He's good in everything he does. Like he's fucking.
I don't know. I got a beef with that one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
No, not in this movie. Romeo Must Die wasn't that good. Let's be honest. Here's a shit dad.
I forgot about
out of all movies to bring up.
Yeah. See, you forgot because you'd blanked that out because that movie was just a very cardboard. But anyway, sorry, man.
Yeah. So
this movie was amazing. Well.
Yeah. So he got nominated for this as well. So yeah, look, just all around, I like the how it changes. You could say it's kind of like From Dusk Till Dawn, but I think it's a lot more than that. Like it's obviously a lot more than a From Dusk Till Dawn thing. I hope that's not spoiling it, but
if you don't know by now, like we're trying not to spoil in the plot,
Sorry.
but everyone probably knows the premise by now. Like even the trailers sort of give it away to a point, I guess. Yeah, sorry, man.
But without going on too much, the music was incredible in the whole movie as well. I thought it was it's fucking great. So yeah, that's my take.
Nice, man. That's a good take. So I don't doubt any of us are not going to be on the same page. Rich, man, what's your overall thoughts around Sinners, man? Did you like it?
Of course, make it 3 in a row. We all liked it. I honestly can't really fault this movie. I gave it a 5 on my Letterboxd, and it easily deserved all the awards that it won on the Academy Awards last week. You know, for original, I think he won original screenplay, actor, and score was the main 3.
Yeah, I was going to mention it. Well, there's a 4th too, so you got best cinematography as well, and it was a black female. So the first black female to win a cinematography, Academy Award.
First ever female to win the cinematography, which is pretty crazy. So, and it was well shot. It was beautifully shot. But yeah, overall it's great. You know, from beginning to end, the stories, the character development in that. Certain shots that it did one shots in certain parts of the movie, aspect ratio changes for specific parts of the can't get into spoilers, but yeah, we'll go into that later. But yeah, it's like I couldn't fault it. I love that movie. It's easily one of the top 5 of last year, 2025 for me. And we can delve into it more into it now. But Delroy Lindo, Broken Arrow. That's another one that's popped in my head when
Oh, he's not doing well. Andy said, he's always done good movies. Well, that's 2 shitters. I mean, if you love John Woo, that's different. Fine. I love John Woo movies.
I don't think I've seen Broken Arrow from beginning to end, from start to finish. So I don't even remember.
This is where he started the claw cigarettes for Travolta, man. This is where the claw cigarette held comes from.
Remember him in Gone in 60 Seconds?
Yeah.
It's funny. I semi-watched Wanted this week as well, just for fun. But that's all right. We'll leave it. But let's not talk about the Angelina Jolie and thingamajig classic. Can't even remember his name. That's how offended I was. Nah, it was good. Rich, you gave it 5 on your letterbox. I obviously, for people who've never seen the channel, I don't post mine if we're going to talk about the movie. So the boys never see my reaction. They don't know what I've given it. So again, Andy, what did you put on yours, man?
4.5.
Oh, that's rough. Okay. It was no, just because I'm giving it a 5. No, I know. I just for me, I'm going to give it a 5. I'm going to put it up after the show, obviously, because I didn't want you guys to know. It is one of the best movies I've seen in ages, and it's for everything that you've said. And it's in my notes as well. But the music was incredible, and again, we'll save that for the spoiler talk side of it. But yeah, the music was amazing. The cinematography was incredible. Like, it was shot so well. And like you said, Rich, the aspect ratio change, it sort of threw me the first time where as I was watching it, I was just like, oh, wow. Because it was such a slow drag to the change as well. It wasn't like it just sort of popped real quickly. It dragged slowly. So here it comes. We're getting big. And it was just like, it was amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was excellent. Okay. I really want to get into the spoiler talk. So everyone, that is our quick non-spoiler review of Sinners. It's a classic. We've all enjoyed it. We've all loved it. 4.5 and 5s out of 5. So again, you can't go wrong. So for everyone, this is now going to be spoiler heavy. We were talking about this off air, so that's where I probably want to go. And I know we do this all the time, but I want to talk about the end. The very end. So that was so fucking cool. In regards, I like as you sit there and you go, cool. Michael B. Jordan is going to heaven. He's seen his baby. He's seen his lady.
Yeah.
He's just taken out the KKK golden dragon, the head of the KKK. And, a little bit of title. And then, well, technically modern day. So 1992, car being played, sitting at the bar, and then you see Stack walk in. And then you see Mary, and that for me, as sad as it sounds, I love the fact that after everything, it was them two. Not for any other reason, but technically they've been together forever, right? And this is one of those weird vampire changes where you can just sit there and go, this couple has been together for the last 60 years. That's awesome. Like,
they haven't aged.
They haven't aged. They were still there. They were still together. They're still, a bit of massacring around town through the last 60 years. But
bit of blood. Yeah.
It was a weird love story, right? Like you sit there and you just sit there and go, wow, they are still together and happy. And the bit that got me at the end is when he pulled out the guitar and started playing. And both of them, how they acted in that scene was actually really cool. And again, for me, it's the first time I've seen it, right? So you see Haley start to well up. Michael B. Jordan's in there, and it's just emotion because they're going through, it's the last time they've all seen each other, obviously, since the night. But also that's where their roots are, right? That's the time they're from. And that the music was so important throughout the whole movie. But especially for them, you could just see this emotion on it. And I was like, it's such a cool ending to a movie where you wouldn't expect that kind of scene. You understand Smoke's promise, what he made his brother do to leave him alone, to not touch their cousin, just to leave him, whatever happens. And, he kept that end of the bargain. Like, that was awesome. He never touched him. They still listened to all the music. They bought all his albums. And it was that little piece of them before they turned, before that night of just, their roots. And it was just such a well done ending where it was not, especially when they walked in, I thought, oh shit, it's going to be cheesy as shit. 90s get up, Michael B. Jordan's hair. They came straight out of it. The teeth. The stack across his fingers, the jewelry and stuff, and it just fit though. And there was sort of that amazing way that the movie was written, the way it was shot was it fit. It wasn't silly. And again, I don't know how other people took it emotionally, but I was just like, I'm so glad they're together. Yes, I know they're vampires. Yeah, I get it. I guess they massacred everyone they knew, everyone in their part of town that was old enough to come and drink. But, it was just like, I'm glad they're together. Like, it's this weird love story. So, that's my take on the end.
Yeah, and also that good question about being the greatest day of their life as well.
Yeah.
And it's like after 60 years, they still, they still think that's the best. Or as Stack says, it's his last day. He saw his brother and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and they still remember it to like 60 years later.
And I love the way that was written too. He goes, "Oh, before the nightmares, before the night, and before everything happened, that it was their cousin Sam's greatest day ever, like the best day of his life." And when, like you said, Rich, when Stack goes, yeah, it was the last day I saw my brother. And even you see again, Haley Steinfeld did really good. Like, this is just this weird like, for me, I always take her as just extremely young. I think of Bumblebee. I think of dumb shit like that for her. I don't think of serious more things like, like she's married, she's about to have a child in real life. And it's just like, it's one of the first times that I sat there and just went, she's a pretty good actor. And again, how they tied her story into why she was friends with all these African Americans, how her mother had looked after the boys after the story that had happened. Again, a black and a white in that time. That's why she fit in, because she was half. and it was just like such a well done story. And I think she did really well. But again, yeah, Richard's so right with the with just that take on it was the greatest day of their life. And again, Andy, I'm thrown. I know we've done right to the last 5 minutes of the movie. How'd you take that last bit, man? Like, what was that for you? Sorry, it really hit me. I just really loved it. I was just like, this is such a dumb shit part. So well done, so good. It's like it shouldn't be the part of the movie I enjoy, but it was such an emotional high for a weird reason because they were happy.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know what you mean. I thought the same. I thought that scene just really brought everything together in such a unique way. Because when the credits roll, you think, that's it. It didn't seem like it was it. Like surely, I thought there'd be a bit more closure, and then you get this amazing scene of them in the 90s, and I loved it too. I love how they walk in, cool as fuck. Just it's awesome. Yeah, go on.
No, I was going to say, did you think they were waiting for that point in time where they knew he didn't have long? Because you know how Stack says he sniffs him and goes, "Oh, old man, you don't have long." Yeah, and I was like, I wonder if they were waiting. Like, so he kept his promise to his brother, but at that last break, he goes, "I'm going to give you a choice, right? This is your choice. Do you want to live forever?" And I like the fact that he didn't. Sorry, did you guys take it the same way?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and I guess one of the themes I've got is music, and like you said, like they're kind of seeing each other for the first time since that night, and they're reflecting on his music, which is phenomenal blues music. And in a way, like music is a time machine. Like you think back to any moment in your life where you think of the song comes up, you remember where you were back then. It brings you right back to that moment. Look, I thought that last scene was really brought everything home. And look, that was fucking cool. That's all I was saying.
Academy Award winner Michael B. Jordan. Sorry, Rich, go ahead.
Quick question: did you guys watch the entire credits towards the end?
I don't think I did. Oh, maybe I did.
What did I miss?
I only saw it once. I've only seen Sinners once, so.
So right at the end of the credits, Sammy picks up the guitar and starts singing again. He starts singing his song, like for about 2 minutes.
Oh wow! No, I definitely didn't see that. Sorry, like pop another can. No, I definitely didn't see that bit. Oh wow!
I definitely need to rewatch it. I need to.
I might have to just rewatch it again just for the last 40 seconds. Of the movie.
I'm sure it's on. I'm sure it's on YouTube. But that's so. After that, there's like a 2 minute clip when he's in the. I think he's in the church. Yeah, he's in the church and he picks up the guitar and starts singing. So he's a great singer, and that voice is unbelievable.
Yeah,
his name's Miles Casson, something like that.
Yeah, Miles Caton.
Yeah,
I don't know how to pronounce. Yeah, and he did sing it in the Oscars as well. So he did sing it live.
Did not watch the Oscars.
No one did. But going back to the Oscars for a sec as well. Again, if you've never watched our podcast or listened to it, we may jump all over the place, but that's okay. That's what we do. 16 nominations. Like I was just reading it just before. It got nominated for 16 different categories in the Academy Awards this year. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. Like, that is crazy. And it's a lot. And like what wasn't it nominated for? I don't know.
Yeah, it was a record. It is a record.
It is a record?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I lie. Oh no, that was a different one. So yeah, a record, 16 nominations. Yeah, and it was also the BAFTAs had a record-breaking 18 nominations for the BAFTAs as well. So
I'll say I like Sinners a lot more than One Battle After Another, in my opinion.
And again, spoiler, internet, don't come at me. Because I save it so we can all have these discussions, and also, I always take my time with Leo movies, man. I let it marinate. let the world tell me how mad it is, and then go, it was
I
good.
think Sinners is more our type of movie, Andy,
Mm.
and I reckon that goes just a bit above One Battle After Another for me. It's still both of them are easily the top 5 of last year. Like it's hard. It's hard to say that to win the Oscar above Sinners, but I get it as being biased and my preference of being Sinners better than that. But as an overall movie, like you can't like One Battle After Another is a great movie as well, in my opinion.
It is a good movie. Yeah, it is a good movie. I just thought Sinners was a better movie.
Yeah, it was. I reckon Sinners was a bit more structured. It was a bit more cultural, and it was all about that kind of stuff. And it was good, like especially for the African Americans all in part of it. Like that would have been huge. Like going all the way back to the 1930s.
This is Coogler as a beast, right? Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, the Creed movies. Like again, take and leave Creed how you want. Well, especially Creed 3. That's Creed 1 and 2. Cool. 3. Yeah, 3. 3. I liked it. I don't know. It was as good as 1, especially 1 was awesome. But again, I think that's where I think the great thing about Ryan Coogler's directing and again the Academy Award for original screenplay, right? Like, you know, this was written so well. And at the end of the day, it's a vampire movie. Like, you know, it takes a long time to get to that vampire part, which you know how I always whinge about, it took too long to get to the part I really wanted to say. This movie didn't drag. The dialogue was it was a dialogue heavy movie, but the exposition was there. It gave you everything, but it wasn't heavy handed. It let you experience it through the acting, through the cinematography, through each section of the movie where they were. So, you know, when they meet up with the Asian family, you know, and they're just old school friends, and then, you know, in town, and, you know, this is just great amalgamation of cultures in that movie. Where it had those relationships and the friendships around it, and that was what it was really I appreciated for it. And again, I think Ryan Coogler does that well. Like, I mean, yes, Black Panther, very heavily African American cast, cool, whatever. It was still a good movie, and it was a good MCU movie. So again, take it how you want. If you're not a fan of the MCU, it's still a good movie. Like, it was a good, well-acted movie, well-directed movie. And so I think that was where Ryan Coogler really carries it. And this movie was just a culmination of all that experience together, and, you know, an amazing actor to finally just come and go, boom. Sorry, man, you were going to say something, Andy? Oh, Rick?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I really loved the intro to the movie as well, where it sort of introduces you to this legend, this monster legend, you know, and how music attracts, you know, these vampires or monsters. I'm fucking in. Like, when I see that shit, like you see like the art, you know, that, you know, and like the subtitles or the card where it tells you what, you know, kind of where it's going to go. I was fucking in. I fucking loved it.
It gave a perfect intro and backstory to it. It's how it kicked off, and it was perfect.
Yeah. And that was it, right? They set it up so well. And again, when he walks into the church, like you've got that. When Sammy walks into the church, and goes to see his father and all that, and he's just got the broken neck and top of the guitar, and you're like, okay, where's it going? Like, what? We're already here, and then it's the day before.
I wasn't expecting that.
No, me neither. And how he drove up, and again, as the movie starts and as you go through it, you know it's Smoking Stack's car, right? You know he's just driven that car up to his father's church. So again, you don't know that at the very beginning instance, but then 15 minutes in, you're like, oh shit, okay, that's where the car was from. Okay, this is how the story sort of builds. And a couple of things for me that I wrote. Again, I try to make notes this time because I know sometimes we will jump around and not be always concise on the thoughts. I love, and I think Andy, you mentioned it as well, how it begins, the color palette of how those scenes look. Like, it's that classic cinema grain, those yellows and blues of how it looks. And I wrote it down because I was like, looking at the color grading of the actual film, like you can tell this is an epic story about to happen just from that cinematography. the cotton fields. Morning. Sammy's already done his harvest. He's done his picking for the day because all he wants to do is go and play music. Tells his father, and his father's like, the guitar's in the church. It's like, the gateway to the devil. He's brought it in there, this sinful device. And as the movie progresses, his father was right. Like the whole point goes and obviously crescendos to that part in the juke joint a little bit later, which we'll talk about in a sec. But yeah, man, I just from the beginning, just looking at how it was set, it was so realistic for, again, an Australian assuming that this time in Mississippi, that's what it looked like. Yeah, this is what the cotton fields look like, and this is what those elements of that just vacant land of cotton, big mansions, and people working in the fields. And I was just like, it was such an incredible sort of opening to just set it up. Then the church and the story, and his son coming in, and again, you see the scars and the bits and pieces, but you just don't know what the fuck has happened. And then, and as it progresses on, you just sit there and just go, holy shit. Yeah, gents, sorry, just for, I think you've already talked about as well, Andy. Like, how do you guys take that essence around the actual cinematography of the film? Like, what? Obviously, you love the movie. Just same feelings as me, and a little bit different. Other things that sort of caught your eye in the actual movie. And again, I forgive us as well, guys. I saw it last week. The guys haven't seen it since 6 months ago, if they remember. Except for maybe Rich, who may have had it on the background today. Rich, how do you take it, man? Like, from a fan of the ultra high definition 4K movie, does this live up to it in regards to the cinematic experience for you?
Yeah, cinematic experience. Like, that's one thing I do regret. I didn't see this in IMAX or in any massive cinema. I do regret that. It's one of a few movies that you kind of watching, you're like, how did I not see this in cinemas? It's like crazy. It's like, what's the other one? I say that Top Gun Maverick is another one I didn't see in cinemas. And this in IMAX would have been crazy. As you can see, like when the aspect ratio changes, and then you could tell when it's using film. But it's so sharp. It's so crisp. It has that what's the word? That hue kind of light. Like, say hue light's behind Andy. So like, if we put that and you put that into that whole, you could tell the difference when it was sunlight and sunset, and then darkness, and it easily comes out from the picture, right? So, Andy, I'm assuming you would have watched it on OLED. It's perfect darkness and stuff like that. And I watched it on the projector. So it was a bit different. So your aspect ratio is going like this and all chopping and changing, but it wasn't that much. But it was in fact, when you're watching it on a projector, it's pretty crazy. You see it from going full, immersive, and then it goes back to letterbox when it's certain stories coming across. And I enjoyed that a lot. And I still kicking myself that I didn't see that in the cinemas. And you got like the direction that he did, the cinematography. There were certain shots that were basically just photos. There was, I think, the shot when he's at his baby's grave. That's kind of when it starts to go into the darkness, and you could tell how it's shot differently and stuff like that. But yeah, one thing that did come out, it did not affect me. It just kind of spotted out. I spotted it out straight away. Is when he was, when they do the beginning, it's not the beginning. I reckon it's like a third, maybe even a quarter way in, when he's gone to the markets, and he's meeting up with these Chinese shopkeepers, and they do one shot. So he's following the daughter, because she's telling her to go get her mother.
Yeah,
and
she
it
walks
kind of
across the
goes,
street.
and then it goes across the street, and then she gets her mother, and the mother, they follow the mother,
comes
and then
back.
And then they pan across to the two guys that have just been shot, and then come back to where it started. And that's kind of, you don't see that much, right? And it's kind of like, wow, you don't think of doing stuff like that if you were like, I'm assuming as a director, like that imagination he has, Ryan Coogler, and side note, I can't wait to see what he does with X-Files. So yeah, different story altogether.
Is he
But
doing
yeah,
X-Files?
He's
A movie or
rebooting
show?
the X-Files. From what it's what it's been noted, I think it's
back
a
and
TV
forth,
show.
isn't it?
TV show?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna do, and like I can imagine how hard it was for him to do Black Panther 2. So, but he is doing Black Panther 3. See how that goes forward. But yeah, his mind is so different as a director than other movies and other directors you see, right? You kind of see I think he's more of his, I don't know, his experience, his cultural, everything comes out on the screen from his point of view, and I like it. It's different. It's something that you don't see often. Like you think of other directors who's like, oh, I like that, and I can't think of anyone. To be honest, can you guys
I'm
think of
excited to see
anybody
what like him?
Their own visual style. Tarantino.
Yeah, but
you can tell it's Tarantino. Like it's
Tarantino. 100%. Yeah,
his aesthetic of a movie and how the story sort of evolves is very him. Like you can sit there and see the elements, but I don't. No, not other from a visual standpoint, like you're saying, like just looking at it and knowing that it's that film is by that individual. No, there's elements like well, because there's heaps of slow mo. Slow mo,
but it doesn't.
Nothing happened. Well,
yeah, nothing happened. That's the same.
Shit, what happened there? Yeah.
Like we can honestly say that all Coogler films are, it kind of does it differently.
But even Creed for the way it's shot as well. It's that very grainy cinematic look of how it is, even to the actual boxing itself. It's not the most colorful of movies. It's just got that sort of presence.
It's a pretty movie.
Yeah, like it's a beautiful shot movie, but again, it's not bright. It's not colorful. It's not like everything's bright. Maybe Tessa Thompson, maybe, or maybe around her, maybe. But besides that, like it's a not gray because that makes it sound like it's drab. It's not that type of. It's just got that color tone around it where it's very, very still aesthetically pleasing to the eye, but it's not bright. And again, he does it well, man. Yeah, no, man, that was such a good point around it because it is such an individual thing. And again, you've seen it since things like Black Panther and all that. Like, it's just, I think the one thing you got me with Rich when you were talking was the one shot, right? Do you reckon he wrote that down and just went, we're going to go from here, follow the daughter to the other shop. Mom, Dad needs you. Follow the mother back. And do you reckon he just had that note, or he just sat there one day and went, let's just try this. Hold on. I'm just going to walk behind you. I'm just going to carry the camera. I'm just going to walk right behind you and we'll do a one shot and see what happens. Like, I wonder if that was written. Yeah. And again, the advantage of being the writer of this, creating the screenplay and the director is, hey man, it's yours. It's yours completely. You want to change a line, you want to change something, you want to change around something visually in there, you can actually do that where you can just go, I think we're going to do this. You don't have to argue with anyone. You don't have to check with anyone. You can just then go, we're going to try this instead. No, that's a cool point.
I really like the shot when they introduce Remick, the vampire, when he comes in. He just sort of flies in onto the shot because the sun's going down and he's trying to find, so obviously somewhere dark, and he's being chased by the native Indians. That was fucking awesome. That was a great fucking.
And that was character. And that was tense as shit too. That bit. Sorry, man.
Yeah,
it was.
Keep going. We'll come back to that bit because I want to talk about that.
Which the Remick
talk about? Well, that whole sequence around that house, the couple. They're Native Americans and that. So yeah, man, finish your thought and then we'll have a chat about that one.
No, it was just like the cinematography in that shot, like was just awesome because you're introducing this character, and that's when the movie changes, right? That's you get the first sort of inkling, other than the very beginning, that this movie is about the supernatural, and this Remick character gets introduced, and he's he meets that couple at the house, and he's obviously trying to save his own life. and at the same time recruit more vampires.
Well, he knew, right? Because again, the Native Americans following him, obviously,
Yeah.
they're vampire hunters. They're going after him. They're trying to get him. He's obviously been running because as he gets to the door, you can see obviously how he looks visually. Like again, by then again, if you know the premise around the story, you've taken the stamina, you've seen bits and pieces, you know he's been burnt by the sun. So obviously vampire-esque, right? And as he gets to the door, they pull out the gun, obviously white Irish, cool. You don't know why they're a bit off. Then they let him in, obviously, because he's desperate. Then the Native Americans come up.
But he charms his way
entering the door, and he charms. But also, you find out obviously 20 minutes later why, as well from the whole premise around. And then the gun never lowers when the Native Americans are at the door. Like their guns are up, her gun is up. She does not lower that for 1 second through that conversation. Obviously, now we know because they're part of the KKK. They want to create their own branch that's probably even more diabolical than the KKK. They wanted to start a side sect to it because they wanted to go probably harder. And again, it's perfect for him because obviously white Irishman, of course they're going to let him in. And then, she closes the door, can't see anything. And like Rich and you both said it then, it's night. It is now nighttime. So as she's walking through the house, there is no light. The blackest blacks, right? You're not seeing anything like gentle, silent little bits of silhouette around her as she walks around the house trying to figure out what's going on. And then it's just blood on face. And you're like, here we go. Here's the moment. Here we go. And then, like you said, Andy, he's recruited. He's already got 2. And I love... Sorry, I'm jumping forward now. Shit, man, we're all over the place.
They can sing. They can sing and play a banjo.
They can sing. And it's weird that it's all Irish music, but obviously it's not really. But then the fact that I love the part when he is talking about he knows everything of all the people he has bitten and has turned.
Yeah.
He knows their life. He knows. That's when he mentions that they're part of the KKK. The man that he bought the boys bought the property off is the Grand Dragon of the area. So he is the leader of the KKK. And the KKK leader has just sold 2 black twins a piece of property. And I love the fact that he knows everything of all of his victims. And it's just like, again, it's like that full twist on it, just going, yes, we've all seen vampire movies. Dude, the fact that he knows everything about every victim that has been turned and they know him, that was the mad part around it. It's just like, what a good twist around vampires. That it's a collective. It's like the fucking Borg from Star Trek. One mind. It's just a collective, right? And they all know, hear, see, whatever. Like,
yeah. So I thought Remick was
such a good term.
I thought Remick was like the head vampire. I guess he is, but like
he is. But they say that part as well. See, this is where this movie gives you every bit of information that anyone that's ever seen a movie like this would sit there and go, "Yeah, you kill the main vampire." It was for me. This was the Lost Boys. This was the 2025 Lost Boys. Very different movies, but again, the same thing. But think about the premise. For me, as a fan of the Lost Boys from the 90s, you sit there and go, "Yep." Had to invite him in, so when they're all standing at the
80s days,
80s. Okay, 80s, end of the 80s, late 80s. No, it's mid 80s, wasn't it? Shit. But you have to invite him in.
Yeah. Sorry, I was going to say that does go vice versa, right? So the people he's bitten are affected by him because when he gets injured, they all feel it, right? But it also comes to the main story is that he's trying to get Sammy because of the music to try to find other versions of
the prize. He's the
so doesn't he hear the music?
Yeah.
He hears the music?
Yeah,
from
the
music.
He hears the music. Yeah.
The music what drew him out. But it was before
Yeah, which is what they say at the beginning of the movie, the whole legend about demons that, basically.
Yeah. So I thought,
hijack.
I don't know if it's my assumption, or what he said, if he actually says this, but I'm sure he said that he needed Sammy to
find more.
To find more of him before he actually started changing people. So it was pretty interesting to say that. That means there was more out there. They just don't know where.
Yeah, or he's trying to find them for whatever reason. But even the turn where they're sitting there and they're talking about that there was that line. Sorry, we went so sidetracked. Then let's go back to the point I was making 20 minutes ago. He says they say it when I think it's when the smokestack twins are fighting. He said they say it. Oh no, it must have been outside the front door the second time when everyone's out the front. He goes, "It doesn't matter if you kill the head one. It doesn't matter." That's or it was his missus. I can't remember where it says that part of the legend of vampires, kill the main vampire, everyone turns, is not true. And that's obviously why we see those two at the end. Because and also they weren't around the others as well. You notice they're not actually there. So Stack and Mary aren't with the larger bunch as they try to run in. Stack's already inside. He's already inside the juke joint. He's covered from the sun, so he's already in there anyway. He's not going to explode.
Aren't they? Yeah, but they're doing that dance number at the at the back.
Oh, well, yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Do we start from the beginning? Do we go back to the beginning part of it?
Yeah,
I think we've already. I think we've already touched on the church as well. Like again, I think that's like that introduction is really cool. And again, I love when you're introduced to them. Obviously, they're loaded. They've got weapons. You know, they go to buy this property. You can tell this guy's a dirtbag. You don't know how much of a dirtbag until later on in the movie, obviously. And then again, you know, he takes the property, and I think for me that was probably I've done it again. Let's go to the end. Not the very end, just before the end. So obviously, it's revealed that the KKK own the property. So then you automatically know, and again, from Sammy's take, from Stack's take, and Mary's, where they're going, this is the greatest day of their life. They weren't going to make it through the next day. Like that posse of KKK were coming no matter what happened. So it was the only night they were going to have anyway. So the fact that they turn into vampires and can live forever is cool. But the fact that it was always preordained, they were never going to make it. Like, you know, something was going to happen that next day. And obviously when he rocks up with the clan, like, you know, they're ready to go. And again, so was Smoke, obviously. But I love that part was such again, because until that happened, I had forgotten in the trailer, they show that part, that slow-mo Michael B. Jordan with the Tommy gun going through town. And it's like, I had totally forgotten about that until that scene started. I was like, oh, this is where it happens. Like, it wasn't even a thought in my head. But I love the fact that he took him out. I love the fact that was all he wanted to do then. He was so prepared to take care of business. That's why, again, he goes, Sammy, go. Because I'm not going to make it. Yeah, damn vampires. I'm just going to take out the clan. And again, that was such a good tip. And I love that it's just him and the dragon, the Grand Dragon. Grand Dragon's bleeding out. He's sitting there. And, you know, he's still trying to make a deal with him, even though, you know, he's the scum of the earth and nothing's going to matter. And then we mentioned it really early on in the beginning. I love the fact that he sees his partner. He sees their baby. Again, Rich, you touched on it when he goes to the gravestone. Like, I didn't notice the bottle of milk until the second shot of the gravestone. I didn't pay attention to it. I actually thought he'd gone to pay respects to his dad. Even though they had killed him because he used to beat his brother, I actually thought he was going to their family home. And then obviously, you know, they talk about the baby and all that. And it's like, you know, why couldn't you voodoo magic? See, voodoo magic, not witches anti-voodoo. Why couldn't you save the baby and all that? And it's like, you know, it was again, it's another one of those twists in the movie where you sit there and go, fuck, this is so well written. Like, it wasn't the part I expected until they started talking about their child. And I was just like, oh, fuck. Okay. Again, another part of this weird love story of them being there with, you know, their eternal, their loves of their lives. And it was just like, oh, fuck, they lost a child. Oh, she's the local witch doctor. She's taking monopoly money.
So, like, you know, that scene, oh, be careful.
Give it to me, man. No, you can be hated. It's all right.
No, well, Project Hail Mary, awesome movie.
No, man, shit. No, everyone's just trying to get us back, right? We said it was going to be rubbish, and everyone's going to see it just in case.
I thought that was his mum at first.
So did I. I totally agree. I thought it was his mum. He was talking to his mum, and then I was in the same spot. That's why I thought it was his father's grave. I didn't pay attention. I did not see the bottled milk there. I like that didn't even register. And you don't register until later because as it takes out of the place that they're in, then you see the gravestone again. And then I actually paid attention to it's a fucking bottled milk there. Like, oh shit, okay, makes sense. No, I thought it was the same. I thought it was his mum. I thought she was going to slap him in the head, where's your brother?
Yeah, because I didn't say that because she looked a little bit older than he does.
Oh, I'm the same, man. I did not expect it. I did not expect that to be his partner in any way. And you know, and again, I was in the same boat. I was in the same boat, man. I thought the exact same thing. So don't feel bad. I thought the same thing. I thought the way she and there's all. What was I watching? I was watching something about Scarface the other night, and the Scarface. So Pacino and the woman that plays his mum are 4 years different in real life in age. When they filmed Scarface, the woman that played his mother was 4 years older than him. So, you know, yep, in real life, she was 4 years older as an actor in her real life. At her age, she's 4 years older.
Tony Montana's mum was only 4 years older than him, the actor.
Yep.
He's only 4 years older than Al Pacino.
Yeah, and then Pacino was. Yeah. See, you go. See, movie facts. Who knew?
So imagine
about Scarface. So yeah, you could take that and go, oh, it could be his mum, and you know, in that day and age,
in Sinners where he's, you know,
yeah, you know, loving life.
Yeah. Okay.
Love the back going around the back. Beep beep.
Yeah.
Back it up. All right, we've tapped on this one as well. Sorry again. I know I'm talking heaps. Again, what do you guys think of that certain part? Obviously, we've had that chat then, but like that again, sort of hit about how well it was written, and there's these continued layers of their fucking story.
Yeah,
you don't know what happened in Chicago. You don't know what happened here. They never really talk about the war. Like, you don't hear these things. Obviously, they're psychopaths. They're crazed. They've got a plan. And I think when Mary talks about, oh, you've robbed the Italians and you've robbed these people. You've stolen the Italian wine and you've stolen this, and now everyone's fucking after you. And they're like, by the time we get here, it won't matter. We'll have enough money. It won't matter. And I was just like they were calculated. And again, it's all smoke, obviously, as the protector. Even though it doesn't really work out in the end for him, but like from the premise of their side, how did you take do I call them the Michael B. Jordans? Do 2 times Jordan?
The Jordans.
The Jordans? The maximum Jordan?
Jordans.
How'd you guys, again, obviously as a recent Academy Award winner, and again, well-deserved, like totally deserved. Like I said, this is my favorite movie in a long time. So again, how did you feel about the acting around the 2 characters?
Rich,
I don't care. I don't care who talks first. Go for it, Rich. Andy, who wants to go first?
Yeah, go, Andy.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I was really impressed. Again, I've only seen the movie once, which is pretty bad for me.
It's a crime.
But I did. My takeaway. One of the takeaways was his performance, like that he's acting as 2 different people, and sharing the screen on stage. Obviously, it's, you know, they are truly 2 different people, 2 different characters, and the way they sort of what's the word? Communicate with each other or interact with each other, I should say. It was really fucking cool. So yeah, his performance is definitely deserved. And I was really impressed. Yeah. In context of their backstory and things like that. I don't know if I was super invested in that. I was kind of just wanting to know what they wanted to obviously set up the juke joint and stuff. I wasn't that invested in their past. I don't know why. I just wasn't.
Okay. Rich, how do you feel, man? Because I'm completely opposite on that one. I thought it was a good part, but they sprinkled it. But sorry, Rich, what do you think, man? How do you feel?
Yeah, his acting and his performance, and he's well deserved for that Oscar. He brought depth into two characters in one movie, which is not heard of much in these days. But you got to understand also is that I guess my point of view is that there were two thugs from the beginning, right? And throughout the first half half of the film before it changes,
Hour.
it's
hour and a bit.
is it an
Yeah,
hour?
it's about an hour. Yeah.
It's about an hour. It's such a good setup, but it was an hour.
Yeah. So my take is that whole backstory and all that was trying to give them a bit more depth and a bit more emotion to say that we're not just thugs, we're not just thieves, we're just we've had some things fuck up in our lives to to say this is where we are. So for instance, one of them lost a child, the other one is like left his long-term girlfriend, and and technically it was his mother. Mary's mother was their mother.
The stepmother. The woman that looked after him, right?
Yeah. So
the woman that raised them after they killed their father. Well, after Smoke killed his dad.
And whenever Mary brought up the funeral thing, you could tell that both he was really angry about it, and I think it's because they would have anger that she passed away and stuff like that. But then when everything changes and then the vampires kick in, that his acting just went a bit different, right? So he's more they're more aggressive and all that kind of they're trying to figure out what's going on, and none of that backstory it doesn't matter, but it kind of leads, it kind of leads on to where they are at the time. But I think that's how I perceived it when I watched, especially when I watched it the second time. You kind of understood where it's going, and then it's like, all right, I know how their backstory is. I'm just seeing it in a different point of view, how the whole story proceeds. So and again, that Oscar was well deserved for him. Like he deserved that. Compared to the other, I forgot who the other actors were.
Leo was one. Lost, man.
No
one remembers the second place, man. Unless you're unless you're Michigan, the Michigan Wolverines, then everyone remembers you. Sorry, that's other things I've watched this week. Yeah, sorry, man. Go.
I had a thought. So the beginning. Like that first hour when they're trying to set up the juke joint and stuff, what that reminded me of? And it's only because I recently watched it. Was the beginning of House Party, the original House Party, where they set up the fucking set up the party. They've got the characters that are doing their thing, all the shit that they go through before the party starts. There's definitely, I think there's an influence in that too. Yeah. So I guess The Sinners has a lot of influences from other movies that you can tell.
Oh yeah.
So I don't want to jump ahead, but there's there's From Dusk Till Dawn. I think is one. House Party,
definitely.
The Thing, maybe when they're testing the blood in that circle. What else? I don't know, like in musicals. It's just it's so many different genres of movie or influences from other movies as well. But I just saw that. I just thought House Party, because I recently watched it, and the way he, the characters interact with other characters before the party starts, reminded me of House Party.
That's a good pickup. I know I've just recently watched that too, so it kind of.
I haven't, but I obviously only there's a Criterion one. That one, I'm gonna have to get on the collection.
It goes that there's a lot of the influences on Wikipedia it's cited that films from Tarantino, Peele, and Nolan. I didn't realize he had a special credit on the
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did he? Yeah. Coppola, De Palma, Spike Lee, and Metallica's Song 1 as a source of inspiration.
Every gangster movie every gangster genre director, Nolan's just trippy. He just makes good movies. Who are the other ones? And Metallica. Well, hey.
Yeah. But it's for that song one. That song's crazy. It's pretty. That's one of my favorite songs. But he also says, says that on Dusk Till Dawn, The Faculty.
Yep.
Also, definitely. No Country for Old Men. Yeah, I could see that. Fargo inside. I think it's Llewyn Davis, as well as The Thing. But he also noted that Disney Channel's original movie, The Luck of the Irish, was a major influence. Never even heard of it.
No House Party reference there?
No,
and a special thanks to Kid playing Martin Lawrence. You know who you are.
I freaked out when I saw Martin Lawrence in House Party. I'm like, oh my god!
You just forget too. You forget his Bilal, right?
You forget he was in it,
and the bad breath, and he goes on, and well, you also forget that he and Tisha Campbell go and make Martin on TV, and they get 7 seasons of that on television. So again, they met on House Party, and then became.
And House Party has that main sort of scene where it's either the dance off or where they battle each other.
Yeah.
And Sinners, Sammy does his solo, which becomes this whole cosmic music thing about black music.
I think let's do that one too. Keep going, girlfriend. No.
That's all I had.
No, because I sort of been saving. I've been beating around the bush to not mention that
scene,
that epic fucking scene.
So what did you think of that?
I freaked out. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, and then I was like, okay, cool. And Sammy's gone off, and the music was incredible, and then fucking rock guitars and fucking. Some I don't even know what culture was coming in through the dance, but it was like Native American dancing, and then there was this, and then there was hip hop, then there was rock guitars, and then the bar's on fire, and then you get the G-funk in the middle of it, you get a bit of Dre and Snoop in there, beats anyway, and I was just like, what the fuck? Sorry, let me read my note because I don't think it may. Music cut was sick. Love the fusion of hip hop, blues, rock and roll, a little bit of G-funk, and the transition to everything burning to the ground. So obviously the whole premise around the movie of what they're saying is that this music will bring the devil, and the fact that the barn burnt down to the ground and everyone did not give two shits. They were enjoying the moment. They were entranced with the music. And they could all be dying in a fire, just burning to the ground, with being oblivious to the fact because they were loosed by the music. And I was just like, fuck, dude, as I watched it, it just became more and more crazy. But the first part, I was just like, oh, okay, they're talking about this influence on music and how it releases people's inhibitions and gives them freedom, but also it allows them to be influenced in another way. And obviously the whole twist is vampires and the devil, right? It's well, again, that's my take. I should say, in my opinion, is the vampire side of it, but also the darkness and the devil, because
are the vampires music, right? Are the vampires though, because the vampires are white, are they trying to take their music
again? And he's white Irish, man. You can't get more fucking white than a white Irish dude, right? I'm half Welsh, so I know I don't look it, but there's Welsh in here, so don't. I'm not being silly or racist in any way.
But it all comes back to the intro, right? That little blurb at the beginning that Andy was saying about the whole music thing, right? So that whole it does describe what music does and all that kind of things, and and what that song pretty much kicked off everything. So that's how Remick was following. That's what he followed.
Yeah, he was following that music.
That song. And that
blues is like the genesis of so many different music genres,
Yeah, everything. Exactly. Yeah.
And I think that was the point around it too, right? It was very much around that you see the chain gang on the side of the road, and again, another story being another bit of exposition about Slim's past, as well as they're very much, I know all of them. And it was, they're singing in that influence. And he was talking about how everything is in blues is that story, but it's life experience, right? You're telling. And so when Sammy starts singing, it's his experience of that moment inside the juke joint when he does it. And again, you just sit there and go, fuck yeah, like this is what that story. And again, how music is all about stories, right? And again, I know me and Gelfie especially grew up on a lot of hip hop. So again, it's life experience of a certain place, a person, their experiences, how their life is. And again, we listen to a lot of gangster rap as well. So again, I admit it. We were brought up on NWA, Ice Cube, classics from that era. And again, it's just a life experience. Kids in Australia, we don't know that. We're not from South Central. We're not from Compton. We don't understand. But again, we know these stories from the music. And again, even looking at that, right? I remember, and I think I told you, Andy, this a little while ago. On the first cassettes, not CDs, a cassette that my dad bought me, which I don't reckon he ever paid attention to, was Ice-T's Power. And again, that cover is, Ice-T, what's his name? Eva Lee and Darlene. And the front side is them, armed, pump action, shotgun, Glock. And then Power, and then underneath, Darlene has an Uzi. So who's the most dangerous person in this cover, right? And again, that was music we brought up on. So again, you can see that, again, from a religious standpoint, the devil, they're telling stories, all these things you shouldn't be in or aware of. And again, it's like how much music influences everything. And again, for you guys, especially again, after the last 5 weeks of podcasts, you guys, and obviously people are getting to know you a little bit more, is your love for score and music and the time, especially with your other favorite medium of movies, how much those things can collide and obviously elevate and sometimes not really detract. It depends, I guess, on how it's done. But I mean, the music in this movie was so incredible, especially that singular moment inside the juke joint. Again, probably one of the best bits in the movie. Again, it's Andy, you asked. It was weird as shit to start. Like, I just didn't know what was going on. I saw Bootsy. I was like, what the fuck's Bootsy Collins doing in here? It's 1932. Bootsy? What? And again, it was very blatant Bootsy. The glasses, the bass. I was like, fuck me, man. And then, and like you said, there was this little G-Funk hit in there. A little bit of Dre Day or was it Dre Day? No, I can't remember. But that just sort of that beat, I was just like, holy shit. Like, it's just and all the music, he sat there and just went, yep, loved it. Okay, so that's my personal opinion all around the music. I need to let you guys talk about, because obviously, like I said, I was holding back on this part because obviously the premise of the movie.
Were you expecting that? Were you expecting that?
No way in hell was I expecting that. Like, not just that amalgamation of all types of genre in that moment. That was not expected at all. I did not know that was coming in anyway. Assume Sammy was going to do it. He was going to get some loving, because she thought it was awesome because he was hot playing the blues. Did not expect to see space flight and people, smoking chronic and a bit of disco. And I just was like, where the fuck is this going? But it was amazing because as it ends, and it all ties back, come back to Sammy. You're just like, holy shit. Because again, that piece of music, his song was so good. And then to be intertwined with everything else in there, like the DJ up on the stage, like, it's just like, what? But it all just fit. And I thought it was such a great thing for Ryan Coogler to do, because again, like you said, Rich, I never thought of Metallica as an influence for this movie. No way in hell was that. Again, something I didn't think of. But again, all types of genres affect people differently. And again, we're all music fans here, so it makes it such a good cut to sit there and think, oh wow, like it was so on purpose and so intentional from the beginning frame of the legend to this cumulative scene where this is when shit happens. And then you got some Irish music at the door, let us in. And that was again still cool. I don't know. Do you think it was when Remick took over these two, did he give them the talent of music and a violin? Because I don't know where the fuck the violin came from. The violin came out of nowhere. She had a shotgun, not a violin, man. I was just like, wow, was that his influence?
Yeah, because remember we were saying before that they tapped into his memories as well. So they could say, oh, yep.
That dude could
All
play
that
a
kind of
whole
stuff, and he had-
band. He played
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. Sorry, boys. How obviously you love that part. What were your feelings around it, Andy? I'll go with you, man. What were your feelings around that part? Because obviously you had led the conversation here, and I sort of cut you a little dead in there because it's
No, I
start
was
the
more
conversation.
interested. I
Go,
was more
man. Like,
interested.
tell me how you feel.
Oh, look, I was more interested to know how you took it because you hadn't seen it until now. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Look, I thought it was just a pretty ballsy move to do because it's ballsy because it's I don't know what point is going to be, but like it's just very different. Like it's not generic. It's actually gives. I don't know. Like it's black music is just so ubiquitous now, but like it all stems from blues, in my opinion, or from African Americans back in the day, and it's so many different genres of music, like you said, and it is, and people are just in the moment, and through history and time, like people listening to hip hop, enjoying the moment, people listening to Bootsy Collins, back in the 70s, blah, blah, blah. It was just a sick scene. It was just like an awesome scene. Like, and there's more to it than that, but yeah, I just thought it was really good.
Rich.
Yeah, I'd probably suggest when you guys watch it a second time, it'll feel a bit different. It actually, you understand more of it, why it's happened, and
Yeah. Again, I've only seen it once. Yeah. So
yeah. So when I saw it the second time, basically, I knew what was coming up. So then you kind of understand, all right. And then because it's straight after that, you see, the future, the past, how it's all that kind of happens, and then the burning of the barn, and then the three of them are there standing, looking at them, and saying, yeah, basically invite us in, So
yeah,
it kind of it's a great part of the movie. Like if it wasn't there, you kind of think, how would the vampires know? Like, how would Remick know they were there? So it kind of gives you an answer to that question, which I'd never thought of when I first originally saw it. Because you watch it, you watch it in this awe of a movie, so you kind of looking at certain things, you're not analyzing the story yet until you actually like. I thought of it the second time around. I'm analyzing the story more and trying to pinpoint what's actually happening. And when that music came up, and it's like, oh, here's when, we're gonna see stuff gonna hit the fan kind of sense. But that song and that, like, and I kind of understand why that song was nominated as well for an award as well. So
it's amazing.
It didn't win. It didn't win.
No,
golden one, man.
Which one?
Golden, man. Fucking K-pop Demon Hunters killed it. Smashed the world.
Demon Hunters.
Are you
taking
serious?
over. Yeah, man.
Oh, what? No.
75 billion children beat the audience, man.
Yeah, that's disappointment.
I got a proposition for you. I'll bring it up at the end.
No, I can probably see this.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You have a choice, because I'm going to make it do it this weekend. No, I'm not going to do it with our friends.
Yeah, come on, man.
No.
But also got to give it to the score, because it does blend in that song.
Yeah.
Does blend into the score of the film, right? So I think I do need to buy this on vinyl, which I haven't really looked at yet, but I need to buy the soundtrack.
I think that would be an amazing soundtrack, man. Yeah, definitely.
It is. I can vouch for that.
Did you rip that one? Did you have to spite it?
No. It's a Christmas present, actually.
Blood in it.
Yeah. Well, you can get those with blood.
Yeah, the blood. Is it one with the blood, or is it my imagination, or was that someone else?
There are vinyl records with blood in them. Yeah,
like blood in it. Yeah,
well, it could be real blood, but yeah.
That's awesome. No, sorry, keep going, boys. There was a lot of ums there. I was like, what?
After the second time watching it,
I've had too many
it's one of the pivotal
cinemas.
points of the movie.
Yeah.
What's that?
I
So what was that, Rich?
go, Rich.
So that when you watch it after the second time, you understand why that part is a pivotal point of the movie.
Yes. So I need to rewatch
I
it.
think I missed that from the beginning too. Like even the legend part, I don't know if I paid as much attention to it until I'd gotten to the end and how folk music was for the whole movie. Like again, yeah, it's obvious-ish, but it's not until you get to that scene where you just go and then you think about what was said at the beginning. You're like, okay, this is like you said, Rich. This is why Remick is at the door. And again, playing music, even him, like that's the way in, right? He's like, oh, if I just play this little Irish ditty, you'll let us in, and we can.
That wasn't bad.
But I love it. Yeah, but I love the vampire twist as well. Like it's all about being invited in. Cornbread did the same thing. We went for a shit. Well, pay shit, whatever happened. Obviously, he didn't make it, but again, even him, like the rules around the vampire. So again, I'm going to flip to the next part. Did you guys have anything else to say for the previous first hour of Sinners? Because we're going to hit the second half now. Anything else you guys want to mention? Anything else? Thoughts?
So that Irish song, well, I don't know if it's Irish, but it was Pick Poor Robin Clean. It was kind of understanding, like if you listen to the lyrics of that song.
Yeah, they're looting bodies.
Yeah.
But I think it's based around the plague. So I think it's around the plague in the UK.
Oh, is it?
I think that's what it was. They would collect all the bits and pieces off the dead people and sell
How the fuck do you know that?
Because I know shit, man. Fucking, I'm older, yeah. I know these things. No, because it seems like nursery rhymes. A lot of them are around death, man. Don't do kids' nursery rhymes. They're all about dead.
It says you better pick poor Robin clean. Pick poor Robin clean. I picked his head. I picked his feet. I picked his body, but it wasn't fit to eat. That's the lyrics.
What?
At first, I didn't pick that up. It's the second time, and I was like,
"Man, I've been listening to the soundtrack for ages, and I didn't catch that."
So I'm gonna put it on tonight.
That's another one.
Yeah. And it's repeated over and over too. That's the thing that sort of gives it is it's the words, the lyrics do not change when they're saying it because it's in there. And it was a weird one as well. It's such a weird sort of thing that you start to pay attention to the words and you're like, oh shit, okay. So they're searching for the best mate. But what the fuck were we watching lately where there was cannibals? What movie had cannibals? What were we watching? That wasn't beginning. It wasn't.
Was it Weapons?
I don't know. Was it Weapons?
Not Weapons.
Was it cannibalism in Weapons?
No.
What were we watching? I can't remember, but something had cannibalism, and I was like, oh no, I was watching Twisted Metal. Don't worry about it. So different. Twisted Metal has cannibalism in it. Don't worry. It's a part of a Sony game, right? Don't worry. It's cool. But yeah, I was just like, oh, okay. And it's and I think it was from, again, the era when he was turned. So, pre-industrial UK.
Yeah.
So it was very, very much around those, London bridges burning and shit like that. It was,
What's the? So they sing that song when they're all dancing at the front, Rocky Road to Dublin.
Yeah, but that's what they're playing at the door.
And they played it again when they're in,
when they're all together.
Right?
They're all singing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty much going, we're coming to get you. We're coming to eat you, turn you into vampires. All right, so let's flip to the vampire part, right? Because obviously, I guess everyone had to have known. I don't know if anyone has gone into Sinners and not known that it's an actual vampire movie, even though the first hour is just an incredible film, and then it turns shit crazy. Again, I love both of you have said it, and again, we've seen it from Ryan Coogler talking about that the influences is from Dusk Till Dawn. Again, one of the best movies ever. It's such a classic. I'm not going to say it. I was going to say something. I'm not going to say it. Here you go. It's just, she has good lines.
At the beginning?
at the beginning as I get there.
At the entrance?
as they pull up. If you know, you know, again, from Dusk Till Dawn.
Something about cats?
Something about that cat. and the twister. But again, and this is a part, and again, I think I said this with there was a lot of agains. Please forgive my agains. I think I mentioned this when we were looking at Begonia and Weapons and how they were so dialogue heavy. I wasn't a massive fan. I still enjoyed the movies, yes. But this one, that first hour was so incredible and so well written that, again, when you get to the vampire part, it was just that twist of, oh, shit. And then it's like a team up. I love that everything's going on the table. Again, I don't know the Michael B. Jordan looks like Smoke's partner's name, so forgive me. I should Wikipedia it now. I love the fact that she's the guide on this is what we need to do. This doesn't work. Everyone chew the garlic. I love the part of just chewing the garlic just to see if you react. What was
it's like Annie's giving the rules.
Yeah. It's like a Scream movie now. Here are the rules. Here's how you engage. Here's what we need to do. We need the crosses. This doesn't work. Get them in the heart. Stake them in the heart. They all take garlic to see, and I love them because they're all doing the garlic. Like, it's such a thing. Like, everyone's like, oh, don't really want the garlic, but it's for our safety. It's for us to know if you're infected, right?
And there's
sorry, go man.
The Asian lady. Is the Asian lady or the husband? Again, sorry, I only watched it once. So where one of them goes missing and she's tempted to invite them in.
To her husband, it's the Asian lady. She wants out. Her husband's gone out to get the car.
Yeah.
So I think her husband's name's Bo. I think her name's Grace.
Yeah, and they're worried about the daughter.
The daughter. So she's the one that kicks it off, right? Because she invites them in.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Because she's obviously worried about her daughter.
You nailed it, Rich. It is Grace and it is Bo. and Annie is obviously.
Apologies. Yes, I forgot the names, but yeah.
Yeah.
I only said it once.
Yeah,
and no research. Just going. That's the shivers wriggle here. So I apologize.
Yeah. So Annie's the ex-wife that knows all there's a hoodoo, whatever it's called.
Yeah. And I love that. And
so
go, man.
Sorry, go, Dave.
No, you go. I was just talking. You go. You had a
question.
There
you go.
I always go. You go, Rich.
So my thing, this is me being me. What would you rate this in the top 10 of all-time vampire movies?
Ooh,
shit.
Ooh.
Vampire? Yes.
It's a vampire movies.
Yeah, I would.
In the top 10?
I would like it. Top 10? Top 10, yeah.
Top 10.
How many vampire movies are there that you put in the top 10?
There's a fair few.
Okay.
If you really think about it.
Well, go. What's your top 10?
Oh, you got like two Nosferatus. You got the Lost Boys. You got Dusk Till Dawn. You got Sinners.
Yeah, that's fine.
What other ones?
I'm counting.
That's 5.
Vampire movies? Dracula. The actual Bram
Dracula.
Yeah,
there's two different, yeah.
Interview with a Vampire. I know this is a weird one, but that's up there for me. That was a great movie. Weird as shit. But
you guys are forgetting a classic.
Yeah, then you got What We Do in the Shadows.
Not it. Feeling about Blade, the original Marvel movie.
Blade.
Okay, there's 3 of them. That's got to be 10 now, right?
Yeah, it's over 10.
I mean,
Blade 3, we can minus that
one. The Hunger with Bowie. He's technically a vampire. Vampire in Brooklyn. There you go. You got to bring up Eddie. What else? Have we hit over 10? That's all I need to get over 10.
Oh, yeah,
I would rank it in there of ones that I like. Yeah,
I'd say top 5. If you narrow down to the top 5, yes.
Yeah, you can narrow it down to top 5. Personal preference, top 5.
And it depends because again, how far up the top 5 is it?
It's not beating Lost Boys for me. I grew up on Lost Boys.
I'm the same. And again, I was hoping someone would answer that or not answer.
And that's only because
my favorite movie of all.
Years old.
That's up there with Fight Club for me. Those are my classics. Yeah.
But then I still got to watch. I got to rewatch Dusk Till Dawn.
We should all
It has
rewatch
to-
that. We should all.
Yes.
I need to rewatch it
That's a great.
because I haven't seen that. I literally had I seriously haven't seen that in about 15 years, and I got it on
really?
Blu-ray. I still haven't watched it. Yeah.
Oh shit! That movie's.
Oh, we also got Fright Night.
I've never seen Fright Night. The OG
the
Fright
original,
Night.
the original one. Or the-
Yeah.
Come on. I love the
You
original.
forget
The
the-
original.
Yeah, the original one's good, but I haven't seen it in years. I've rewatched the remake. I've rewatched that twice.
I haven't
The remake's
I
not
think
bad.
Is
I
that,
watched that
Colin-
one.
anyone
I
watch?
think it was
Remember Beverly Hills Vampires?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
No,
Oh, you do? You remember?
I don't remember that
Yeah.
at all.
So this
No.
is one of
That's
those
such an old
movies
movie.
you watched like late at night on a Saturday night when you were in high school.
Yeah.
Starts at 11 p.m. Yeah.
Hey, we
Mm.
even got 30 Days a Night, which I haven't seen in a while as well.
Oh, yep.
Haven't seen that for ages.
Hey, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Mm.
Is Daylight?
That's an original. That's a
Is
movie.
Daylight vampires? I think they
No,
are,
no one's
right?
gonna.
Oh
doing
no!
fucking-
You know we
no.
forgot. Fucking what's Kate Beckinsale's stupid shit one?
Underworld.
Underworld. All 7 of them.
Yeah.
There you go. We got
Interview
20.
with a Vampire.
I love that movie. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
rate that movie. That is weird as shit, but it is well done.
Has anyone seen Near Dark?
Hey,
No,
Has
I
anyone
keep
seen
hearing
Near
about it
Dark?
though.
Near
Bill
Dark.
Paxton?
Yeah, it's an old Catherine Bigelow movie, but it's
The
It's
fact
an
that you
old
can
one.
say that off the top of your head is just sick. You're a sicko.
Lance Henriksen's in it.
but what?
Bill Paxton's in it.
But you want
Oh wow.
one new movie you haven't seen is Abigail though. Have you guys seen that one?
No,
That's one movie you
No.
have to watch, I guess.
I think Sinners is going to be better
But
than
there-
all those.
I think
Oh,
Sinners is up there.
Sinners.
That and Lost Boys. There you
Sinners.
go. Number 1 and 2. You can switch them any day. They can interchange. That's okay.
I'm going to put it
Um,
at 3.
Yeah,
What are the
same.
top 2. What are the top 2? Sorry, now I'm confused. I got to ask. What are the
Lost
top two?
Boys
Boys.
Lost
I-
Boys?
and
Lost
From
Boys.
Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
And I put
That's why I
Blade.
gotta
Runner.
rewatch it.
I would almost put this over From Dusk Till Dawn now.
I need to rewatch
Dusk Till
it. I
Dawn
need
is
to
such a
rewatch it.
classic.
No, you don't have to rewatch it. It is as good as you think, but I don't know
Yeah.
if it's aged well.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Dusk Till
One of
Dawn?
the few Tarantino ones that and
You
Robert
gotta-
Rodriguez ones that don't. It's you got to be in the right frame of it. I think if
You
a
gotta
lot
watch
of
it with
people watch
friends.
that, I think if people watch that now, I think I
Yeah.
think we did this the last time. I think there's a
Mm.
couple of things where it'd sit there in the anti-PC world that we live in, where some things would just be on that line where you're like, don't know.
Yeah.
So
You lost
yeah,
Rich?
I
There
think
goes the camera.
Oh, I see why. Because we're champions at going long every week.
What are we on at
yeah.
the moment?
We're about an hour and a half. Not too bad. We're just just chilling, chatting about our Sinners. I love the vampire part in this movie. So it was really, really good. I like that they laid out the rules. I like that it was the community outside. I think that was the cool part of it, because you always see vampires turn people, right? But the fact that you spent the last hour of the movie with all these people, you've gone and seen them change. So again, Bo, he has a daughter. Grace is inside when he's sitting out the front asking her, come on, let's go. Just get in the car. Just jump out. He didn't even ask her to invite him in. He just was like, come on, let's go. Jump in the car. We got to go home to Lisa. We got to go see our daughter. And then, as the crew sort of grow and they're sitting out there doing a bit of river dance, that was hilarious.
That's sick.
The river dance part cracked me up.
Yeah.
I started
It
laughing
does.
at that bit. I couldn't help it. I was like, I get it. I thought that was awesome. Like,
Yeah.
again, that tie into the music. And again, this is his reference of, the music that may have affected or changed him. Who knows if this was what happened to him in his day and age. But the river dance part cracked me up, because I was like, there's a lot of black people doing river dance right now. There's a lot of African Americans doing the Riverdance, and Haley Seinfeld. So I was like, what the fuck's going on here? It was again cool, but it was again they
Is it Seinfeld? Her name's Seinfeld.
Seinfeld, isn't it?
Steinfeld.
There you go.
Steinfeld.
Steinfeld.
Stein.
It's all Bumblebee to me, man. But again, I
remember from True Grit.
I liked how they tied that into his history as well. So the next dance moment, musical part of this movie is them all turned, all been bitten, now all vampires, and doing the Riverdance-esque moment outside. And it was like, cool, this is his, moment of all the people that are there with him to now go and try and get those 6 people inside. Is that all that's left in the end? 6? Yeah, 6 of them. 5 or 6. There's only a few of them. Sammy, Slim, Smoke, Annie, Grace.
But when you see the battle, there's a lot more than that. A lot more than 6.
Yeah. Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe. Okay, maybe there are more. But from a vampire
that's another good point from. Yeah. Sorry, go.
No, go, man. What were you saying?
No, just thinking about that fight. Just think about Michael B. Jordan was fighting with himself.
Yeah, and then had a conversation off screen that we didn't see.
Yeah,
it was off camera. He was talking to himself, going, "Listen, bro, you gotta leave. You gotta leave Sammy alone. Come on, man. I won't kill you." Again, who knows if Smoke would? How would we known if he was going to kill him anyway? Like, you don't ever know. Like, if he had that conversation with his brother, you assume he probably may not have won the fight.
They're the only 2 survivors, aren't they?
Yes.
No, you don't know that because everyone else sort of set on fire, but you don't know if anyone else made it inside. You assume they're the only 2 left, but again, the whole point of hey, if you kill the main vampire, it doesn't mean we're all dead. He could have other people that he's infected from the night, maybe from the actual.
Yeah, so
I thought maybe others may have lived.
Sorry, Rich, go, man. From that night, you don't know if Slim lived or not, or became a vampire because you don't see him afterwards, and all those vampires are on top of him. Yeah. So, but my assumption was they're all outside when they all went on fire, but
they all explode, or combust. Maybe
it did get me that when that whole when they're eating the garlic, and then
when he was doing that,
I was like, nah,
he's been drinking beer. It was Irish beer. He's been drinking the Irish beer, it's not the same. But yeah, again, I found the vampire part of it was great. And here we go. Back to the last 30 minutes where I had a point. I like the fact that it got here. No, I was talking about this ages ago and fully just went down another train of thought because we got so much to talk about. I like the part with that separation happens. It's full on, but the first hour was just like almost a completely separate movie that was just as good. And then the vampire portion was really good. And then the execution of the KKK part at the very end, also very good. I was just like, holy shit, there's just these multiple turns in this movie. And it was just like so good and so well done. And again, you just accepted, right, that they turned. The fact that it was, Mary's character first, that was, and the whole point, and she went out. Now, here's a question. With the gold, do you remember the gold coins that he has?
The gold coins.
Rich has seen it more recent, obviously, as he had it on the background today. You may not
remember. No, I forgot.
He's got gold.
Remek has 2 coins.
When they first are fighting, Smoke and Stack, it's like the gold affected him when, like the Stack when they were fighting, because he had the coin, and then Smoke had it, and it looked like it did something where it was like, I don't know if it was, old black magic. I don't actually know, but it looked like there was one part that he had, Smoke had the coin, and it was like it shattered them. And it was more for when he was fighting Stack than I think, but it was like, is that a part of it as well? Like in the actual gold coin, or is it just, a 300-year-old
You
piece
know,
of gold?
I can't remember now because I honestly thought he gave the coins to Sammy. Or was that my imagination?
Maybe. Hey
I
man, it's been
remember
2
these
weeks for
coins.
me. Don't remember that bit.
So, Gilfie, it all starts when Mary goes outside and tries to find out if they've got money,
Yes, I
and he's
remember
got
that
two
part.
gold coins, and she goes, "I don't think this will be acceptable."
Yeah,
And those
because
two
it's
gold, she
gold.
gives you 2 gold
Yeah.
coins. It's old
It's old
coinage.
gold. Yeah.
So is that because
Yeah.
Remy's really old? Like he's been a vampire for centuries?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
been for centuries. Yeah. And again,
And then,
yeah. Sorry, Rich. That
I'm
could be
trying
my
to
imagination
figure
too.
out.
Could be my imagination too, where I just thought that one of them had the gold on them and it sort of affected them. I don't know if that was just me, watching this movie and just getting really caught up in some mad theories, or if it was just I didn't see it. I was just too into the movie. But yeah, I was like very much thinking that the gold had some effect as well. Could be completely wrong though. Could be.
Yeah, it could be.
Do you reckon
I wouldn't know.
Do you reckon this movie will get a sequel at some point?
I hope not, but I'd love it if it was as well
Yeah,
done. But I don't think you could ever match it, right? I think it would be awesome. Depends how it's written. Depends on where it takes place. Could it be a prequel where it's a little bit different? Maybe it's Remek's turn. Maybe that's what you're looking at in regards to it, just to make it a little bit different and take it further back in time. I don't think you can make it modern. I don't know if it would work
No.
as dramatically as it did. That was such a perfect time frame, that step in time where you're sitting there and you go, if the KKK wiped out this whole bunch of people or these two brothers or anything, no one would give a shit at that point in time. The value of the African American person at that point in time was nothing. It didn't matter. So it really fit the premise around, Sammy's father being the preacher, the devil being in the music. It just sort of all fit that time period. And I don't know if it would work unless you went further back, but then it just wouldn't be the same. But again, that's my opinion. In my opinion, but again, what do you guys reckon?
No, it doesn't need a sequel. I think it's perfect standalone film.
Would I watch it? Shit, yeah. If Coogler did it, I would watch it. Like it would be mad.
Yeah, wouldn't
just
not
Mary Stack on a rampage like Dust Till Dawn 2.
It'd be like Natural Born Killers, but vampire style. There you go. That's it. There you go.
There you go.
I wouldn't.
That would actually be awesome. It was a totally different movie, but it would be awesome. Just driving trippy, roofless, topless cars.
At night only, though.
Yeah. Yep, only at night, of course. Or maybe they meet Blade. There you go. Wesley. Bring Wesley back. All right, boys. We're at that point of time where, again, we have gone over time because that movie was awesome. So I'm so glad we got to talk about it. Again, for me, my opinion, one of the best films I've seen in ages. Like, it was just such a roller coaster of how it was made, what kind of genre the film was in, because all of them just worked. I think it was amazingly done, amazingly shot, brilliantly acted, directed, written, all that good shit. And that is why out of those 16 awards, at least they got 4, but they got some BAFTAs as well, and it's been recognized. So again, congratulations to Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan, and everyone else that worked on this movie, because again, this is a classic already to me. So I really enjoyed. Boys, last thoughts on Sinners. Rich, man, when's your last thoughts on it, man? And have we missed anything? Because you're always our guiding light with. Did we not touch on something? I think we touched on most. I think
we touched on most of everything. We've touched like the one thing Yeah, now I think about it, I do need to get the vinyl. That soundtrack was awesome.
We're just convinced it is now a physical media
Yeah,
corner. The
cool.
vinyl is
We've
now what we're going to talk about.
yeah, I've got the steelbook on 4K for the 4K, so I have that in my collection. And yeah, this is one of those movies that I think I'll start rewatching every year.
Yeah.
One of those in the list, on the list that you'll rewatch, especially on a projector. Like if we could see this on IMAX again, or like for me to see
If
it on
they
IMAX,
if they
I'll go straight
re-released
away.
it, that is in a non-weird way. That's a date for the three of us. We go on. Like we will go and see
Yeah.
that somewhere in IMAX because I think that
It
would
did
be
it did get a re-release
incredible.
in the US.
Oh, it'll be all right.
Yeah,
Maybe,
you got
maybe there's a chance.
Yeah, maybe there's a chance. Hopefully,
Please.
fingers crossed.
No,
But
nice.
last thoughts. It should have won Best Picture. That's my
Agree, only because that's the only one I've seen. I agree. It's the best movie I saw last year.
Oh, Begonia was nominated.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, well, for best picture, was it?
Yeah,
Not best picture.
It was.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. And weapons. Amy she got the award. Nice. Gelfie, final thoughts on Sinners, man.
Man, I'm so happy that you liked it because
Please don't tell me our friends go, nah, that was shit. Please don't tell me people.
No, they haven't.
Rubbish.
No, they haven't. No, I haven't had that feedback. Not like weapons, but no. It was just such a good movie. I remember. So no, I haven't watched it twice, but I remember after finished watching it, I did go to put it back on, and when that introduction comes on, I go, "Fuck! I can't wait to watch this movie again." But I haven't, so that's on me. I need to rewatch it. I really need to rewatch it.
So watch the rework. Even for me, like again, Rich sort of got me then too. After I watched it, I seriously went to look at buying the movie, and I was like, I don't need to buy it. No, I'm going to hold back and not buy the physical piece of media. And I did. I struggled with it because I was really like, nah. Out of all the movies we've seen recently, obviously, as we do the podcast and start to choose things that we're going to watch and talk about, seeing more things than I've seen in ages and sort of stacked in. And this is one that I was just like, yeah, I would buy this. So for me to feel that way about the movie means for me, I enjoyed it so much. And like you guys said, it was just it's such a well done film from beginning to end. Every part of it is critical to the story. Everything that they talk about has a point to it. Like there's nothing that's there's no loose ends. There's nothing that needs to get just left at the end. Everything ties itself up even to that final scene, right? That scene was perfect because you know at least one part of the story and probably the most important part. They survived. Sammy is alive. He's been made the offer to turn, and it's just like, what a fucking ending, man!
But he had a career as an amazing musician.
As a musician, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you can tell when he walks out of the church, he just goes, "No, fuck it, I'm out. I'm going to take that life. I don't care." After all he'd seen and what that music could do,
he literally saw demons.
Still made he did. He made the choice to go, I'm going to be a musician. Fuck this. I'm out. I'm gone. Now it's such an incredible change and a risk for someone at that age. So in that time period, obviously. So I'm the same page. It was a brilliant movie. It's probably, like I said, one of the best I've seen in years because I just enjoyed it and it was so well done.
Yeah.
Whew. That was a good conversation. We've made it through. And again, hey, we're almost hitting our own record. I'm going to just keep talking for 6 minutes so we break our own record of time. No, I'm not really. Everyone, that is our very honest review of Sinners and how much we've really enjoyed that picture. And again, congratulations to everyone involved. I know the Academy Awards don't mean shit to anyone, but again, for recognition, it's a internal marketing. So, hey, for the recognition to be at least given to this powerhouse of filmmaker and actor. Again, Michael B. Jordan also directs. So again, congratulations from us. We enjoyed your shit. Bring on the next Black Panther movie. Rich, what MCU film are you up to, man? Sorry, this is just a question for me. I just need to know what you're up to. This is like my weekly update.
What do we just finished? What do we just finish? Let me just quickly look at my diary.
You know what? I could probably quickly look
Doctor
at your
Strange.
diary too, eh? Oh, nice.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I've watched some weird movies this week.
What's weird?
What have you watched, man? What have you been watching?
I watched Goosebumps, which is I highly rate. Prince of Persia. Do you remember Prince of Persia?
With Jake Gyllenhaal doesn't look
Yeah,
Persian at
with
all,
a
man.
with,
No prince.
with a shocking,
Sorry, it didn't
shocking
look the same.
He's the
English
furthest
accent.
thing from Persian I've ever seen.
Yeah, and I watched one of The Rock's wonderful movies called San Andreas.
I love San Andreas. That's a fucking great movie.
I've not seen it.
Not well made, not well done, but just it is a great movie. It's such a good disaster movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a good disaster movie.
It's a good rock disaster movie. Let's
Yeah.
expand on the premise. Yeah. So yeah, see, I watched stuff. That was a long time ago.
Hey,
I've seen that movie
at
about centuries.
least it's not as bad as Rampage. Rampage is terrible.
That I did not watch. Well,
Yeah,
but you set us
don't
off on
watch that
a
one.
tangent. I wasn't going to do what you've been watching, but hey, Gelfie, what you been watching, man? Is there anything you want to talk about that you've enjoyed this week?
Yeah, I watched 28 Years Later Bone Temple.
Supposedly really
Oh.
good, man. How are your thoughts?
Is it really good?
Yeah, I liked it. I did like it. It has.
I couldn't
well,
tell with
for the-
that reaction. It scared the shit out of me. I thought you were going to say, no, it's kind of shit. Okay, no, it's good.
No,
Scared me, man.
it's kind of connected to our discussion because it has is it Jack O'Connell from Sinners as the main bad guy and he's awesome and he's on a roll. This guy, I don't know where he came from or who he is, but he's
Well,
pretty good.
He's in something else. That's
Yeah,
what
he's
was he? What's he
in.
coming up? He's coming with something really like full on, like very, very blockbuster. What was it? Far out.
What was it?
Well, they said it is in It chapter, the It TV series.
Seriously, I said
Yeah.
blockbuster, man. Not.
Oh, he's
TV
in.
show.
I liked it.
He's in Godzilla versus Kong.
That wasn't
The
it.
new one.
That wasn't the one I was.
Nah,
thinking. There's
It's in
something
that.
else.
I don't remember that.
I
He's
can't
no,
remember
he's in the
what-
new one.
Oh, he's okay.
Oh, he's
Anyway,
in something
he's-
else as well. I can't remember. Sorry,
he's
man.
good
Go,
in
keep
that.
going. Shh. Dave.
And Ralph Fiennes is fucking awesome, man. He's awesome in everything he's in.
Mm.
Another one that's awesome in everything that he's in. Yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it.
Nice.
And I
man.
watched Dune Part 1 and Part 2. Seemed
Yeah, I need.
pretty
I need
apt
to
after
go down that.
watching.
I need to go down that rabbit hole, man.
Definitely
Part.
Part 2 is
Dave,
better for me.
You need to.
Yeah.
You need to watch part 2, man.
I know. I need
Yeah.
to rewatch one. You know. And again,
I
my wife
rewatched. I
goes through-
liked one. I like one, but Part 2 is it goes to another level, man. It's awesome. It's pretty apt
That's what-
considering what's
Yeah,
happening in the world today. But
yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is true. This is true. Spice. Well,
but
that's cool, man. Like, yeah, I know I have to look at them. I know I have to rewatch 1 and watch 2. I must offend so many people if they watch this podcast and just go, dude, you don't watch shit. You don't watch any movies. It's like, why are you doing this? It's because I want to watch more movies. And my week was kind of funny too. I watched
What did you watch?
Deadpool Wolverine. Haven't seen it in so long. It's like I forgot half the movie. It was great. Enjoyed it. Reminded me of how
Yeah,
fun it can be.
That intro.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was great. The intro is good. You know, bring Cavill in. Bring him in. Just make him anything. Who cares?
Wolverine.
And I watched The Gorge.
Oh, what do you think?
I enjoyed it. I thought I enjoyed that movie. It was shit. Our story. I don't understand what's going on. And then I was like, this makes more. I really thought it was going to be very much the crack in hell, and that just went, no, man, that's not the story. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay. And yep, of course these two make it. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was just like a cool movie to watch. Would I rate it to other people? Yeah, probably. Was it the best movie ever made? No, definitely not. But it was good.
No.
It was a good watch. It was a good watch. I enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed that. And I also watched Twisters.
I was thinking of rewatching that.
I enjoyed Twisters.
Twisters was good, man. I hadn't seen it, and so I was like, "Oh, what can I watch?" So I thought I threw that on. And I was like, that was again, it was those two, especially with just like a sort of just throw it on, see what it's like. Watch them, enjoyed them, thought they were good. Again, do they pass my 3.5 scale of everything that I watch except for Sinners? No, they did not. They didn't. They weren't any lower though. I enjoyed them. I mean, I'd sit there and watch them and just go there. That was cool. So, yeah, that was me this week. All right, gents.
What about next week?
I should make myself do Dune 2, right? Should we? Or what?
I need you to.
Okay.
I need you.
Go,
I need you to watch one movie. One movie, which is, as they say, like one of my favorites from last year, and they call it the dad movie of the year. It's F1. You still haven't watched it.
Oh no, I do. Okay, I can easily watch F1. I've been hanging for that one, so we can. Yes, that's not hard at all. Yeah. Okay. Should we talk about
that? Was nominated as well for Best Picture.
Yeah,
for
quite a few we've been watching.
It did win an Oscar.
Well, I think they've opened up the category, so it's like 10 options.
75 nominations now.
Yeah.
Should we talk about
F1 did win for?
Would that be a one for all of us?
Come on, man! Don't avoid it. We want to talk about June.
Do you want to do? I'm happy to do both. I'm happy to do just watch F1, so I can say I've watched it because I really want to, and now I have the excuse because it's in my wish list of ones I need to watch. Do you want to do? What do you want to do?
We also
do one or two or both or oh, hold on.
We'll leave it or we leave it for a couple of weeks, and we get into our end of month physical media stuff.
Ooh, already shit.
Yeah,
I've had a slow month.
End them. Same.
Let's
have a slow month.
Should we do? What do you want to do? Doing one or two? Preference for you guys. What would you guys both say? 2 is the one that's better, and I haven't seen it, so should we do?
Well, you've got a short week coming ahead to watch movies.
No, man, I'm gonna make Watchy Gelfie watch it with me. I'm gonna just sit there and make everyone watch it.
I'll watch June Part 2.
All right, we'll do 1 and 2 together.
1 and 2
together. I think you need to do both.
Yeah, I think you need to do both.
Do we have enough time to talk about both those movies?
Probably not.
Okay, everyone, give us a week. We're going to do a 3-hour podcast on June, the not complete saga, because then in December we are going to have to watch the epic climax. And if you haven't seen our reaction to the trailer, it was awesome. Rich and I may have lost our shit in it. So again, that is available on the channel if you want to come and watch it. Okay, so we are going to do Dune 1 and 2 combined. Everyone, you're going to have to take some days off to listen to that one because that one's going to go so long. But I am so looking forward to it. And I will watch F1, Rich. I've got a day. I can watch it at home. I don't need to make everyone else watch that one. So I'm going to watch F1 tomorrow evening. All right. Everyone, thank you for joining us for our Hype Check pod for this week. I can't believe we've made it to episode number 5. Again, apologies for last week. We were unable to do them. There were some trailer reactions we wanted to do as well, so we thought we'd just do the trailer reactions. So again, the podcast is back, and we will be back again next week. Once again, if you enjoyed the content and you want to show support, please like, subscribe, comment, leave a rating, give us some messages. Let us know your feelings on the movie Sinners. Again, if you want to just put that Michael B. Jordan is a legend and now an Academy Award winner, congratulations. And again, if you want to support the channel, there is a Buy Us a Coffee link in the description below, both on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and on the YouTube channel. So again, everyone, thank you for joining us. Rich, Andy, again, I love that we get to do this. I was so excited to do this one. It's been so long since we've had a chat. It's been a whole 2 hours since we've actually talked. But in this sort of scenario, it was nice to get that chat. And again, I'm really glad we can have that conversation. So everyone, thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode. Hey, see you in a little bit of dragging. Bye, everyone.
Yeah.